Hi, beautiful beings under the stratosphere. This week I was tremendously sick. I'm still a little bit sick, getting over it now. And yesterday I had my flexi class and I felt so much better. And even though I didn't do all the exercises and I didn't really get to execute flexibility because my joints, my body, and everything, after I moved, I was just amazed at how different I felt. Because normally I take the class in my healthy state and then I'm looking towards a goal. So I'm not really focusing or listening to my body in a way as to how is this movement affecting me. I'm more thinking, okay, how am I going to get to whatever flexibility we're working on that day, right? Whether it's leg or spine, what's going on. And to see, since I wasn't at break even, I was sick. And then from here to come up to feel all the way so much better in the body, it's not like I didn't know that, but normally I don't experience that. One, I'm not very often ill. And second, I'm not really doing much activity when I'm ill because I'm trying to rest and stay low. But yesterday I was just like, I was taking advantage to work online and create things and stuff. And I said, wow, I think my spine could really benefit from a little bit. So I told my instructor that I would do 15 to 20 minutes with her. So I lasted the whole class and I said, wouldn't it be great just to offer segments of movement, no? And everybody will find, like, everybody will know I needed the hips and this kind of movement, like get the muscle to its max and then its shortest, and then it's max long and then it's max shortest. Because they've been stuck since I'm ill and I'm not trying to move and I don't want to move around. So this was great, and I also saw the light to this, or this light was given to me, how movement is different than strength training, intensity, massage, aligning, yoga. This is just like movement, smooth movement. So we're not attaining here, we're not looking for flexibility and ability. If I move and I reach the ground, that's a consequence. But I'm not trying to reach the ground. I'm trying to move a joint inside my hip or turn it. I'm trying to find the movement and embrace and enjoy the movement. So I posted one on Instagram because this was the one I enjoyed the other day. And I'm going to offer it to you now so you can see what segments of movement would look like. And my offer of transition, where I think I can service my clients while I'm away, because I'll be traveling, is through 30-minute segments of movement. And then you could explore, like you will get your 30 seconds of movement. You'll get your 30 minutes of movement to explore that week, right? And then there can be a one-time pass. If you're just feeling like I'm kind of stuck this week, I got something in my neck or I got something in my shoulder, and we can do movements for that. And then you get to keep that. And then the other will be like a month package. This is what came to me. So $200 the month, and you get your 4 movement classes live, or you can do the one session, which is $60 for just the 30 minutes. And this way you can stay. For me, the accountability is key. I am a professional in many arenas of physical training. And even till this day, like yesterday, if I don't know that there's a time and there's a person waiting for me, I don't get up and do it on my own. It is very rare the case. Unless I have a presentation or I have to film a video that is due for me, then I get up and I do the movement, right? But if I'm going to do it just for myself, for my own benefit, it is very hard to get the motivation to do this. So that's what I'm going to offer, the accountability to be your witness that we're doing it together and you're able to resolve the issue. And there's such beautiful, fine precision in finding movements in small areas of small joints, just like there are delicious ones in the bigger movements. So this was the one I posted on Instagram, and it was just because you could even do like a pressure forward, but the movement was just like opening out and then coming forward. So if you don't reach here, you grab your coffee table and put it here, and then it was just bending the knees and like, so here I'm totally shortening this versus always sitting in the 90 degrees. And I am trying to keep a flat back versus being rounded here. So it's this movement here, and then I'm just coming back. Don't worry, I bought a microphone. It's in the shopping cart in Amazon right now. You don't have to come back flat back or knees extended, but that's how I was doing it because that's what I felt was my movement. So it's this variation here to like feel all this movement and then coming down. Oh my gosh, I did this like, I only did it 3 times for the Instagram video. And afterwards, the shift, like we are going for this shift in vibration, which here I'm working the hips, no? But there's stuff, like if I was gonna do the arm and you had something going on in your shoulder, we can find tailored movements like turn it together where you can explore. This one I love, what's going on, and then keep the thumb there and then keep going back. Right? Feel like this movement. What is this movement? What's happening here? Can I turn with it? Yes. Love that. Here I can feel like the scapula going in. Woo! And a whole tingle of the arm. Nice big inhale up. Oh, my other arm is already jealous, no? And then turning and turning. And the same thing we can do like, so now this, I gotta do this one. I just gotta do it to get it out. The same thing though we can do in the future for the neck. You can do it for the ankle. You can do it for like, oh my gosh. So when it, in regards to the neck, there's like, it's not just like, oh, I need, a stretch or a stretch. Awesome. Those are the bigger ones, right? But then trying to do this kind of, all right, we're going to try. Now we're going to try to go to the side and go forward, right? Oh, the relief. Almost like gets into the jaw. Or maybe I want to go to the side and go backwards. Maybe I'm going to go over here and go, oh, I just felt it release here. Oh my gosh. The tension of the neck. We look like a cartoon figure, right? And then you're like, okay, so these movements, I'm going to move and I'm not stretching. And then here I want to turn and come back and return and go back. And then finding, according to what you have going on, I'm able to pinpoint the muscle and be like, oh, like I have a great release from the levator scapula, the one that lifts this. And it's like, go down, I'll give it to you right now. And then you tuck the chin in and come out and tuck the chin in. It's just like super good. And then once you tuck the chin in, you can move all around. Tuck the chin in, come out and up. I did this one for a long time to release this area because the movement has to be something that feels good, that there's a congruency. That's why we're moving there. We're not moving into places where like, well, my head doesn't go that way. Great. We'll start with this one until you can go for this one. right? So go, so that's not available yet. That means those are stuck. Some people's necks don't even move this way, right? Anyway, that is going to be my gift of service that I can offer, is these 30-minute movement sessions, single or a package of 4. And I'm just going to put it on the page for now. I'm going to launch it next month, but that can be available the whole time, because once you do it several times, you will notice that you have massaged your own muscle. You have created the magic yourself, because even, let's say I don't have it going on here. Let's say it's over on this side. So then if I go in here and do it, this is the side in pain. I'm not working on this side, but it looks like I'm stretching this, but I'm not stretching, I'm doing movement. And what I'm doing here is the positional release that we do in massage, where I'm making this one shorter. I'm telling it this one is safe. So even though you always think you're working on one side, like, oh, I'm building my bicep, but at the same time, you're training the release of your tricep. There's like, the one is always doing something on the other side. So there's no loss, is what I'm saying. Any movement you do, we just have to do more of the balancing side of which one is needing what. All right, well, the video has gone on long enough, but I'm super excited about this because I do movement all the time, and I think this is what keeps, I have like these swimming movements and stuff that I do before I go in and give you the session. I move all of this because I know I'm going to be in these static positions, either holding it on the spine or maybe I'm holding your head. Depends what I'm doing, where I know that this is going to be stuck for a good period of time, but that's okay. It had all of this ahead of time. It had movement. Movement, yay! Yay! That's gonna be my signature move. Welcome to your movement session. All right. I'll see you guys on the table, and yeah, hopefully in the future in any of these movement classes, if you're like, okay, I can't get in for a session, but I can book a movement session. All right. Take care. Bye.